Tacoma incurs a loss from its future position, whether it incur a loss or not. Let's talk about this. We have exhibit 5.4 from your book. Let's talk about this. And remember, we are not including a margin requirement here. If we include margin requirement here, then the analysis is just a little bit different, not more or more difficult. It's just a little bit addition to that one. Here we go. So we have pasted the picture from your book. Says on January 10, you enter into a contract. Since this is a contract, right? So contract says this one and that one. Wait a second. Did we get it wrong or right? Therefore, do not need that. Yes, we are right. Here we go, right? So what happened to these contracts? So the January to March is a buy contract at 0.53 per dollar. So reference rate is still 100,000. So when the first contract expires, so January 10, the rate was 0.53, and how much you have to purchase? Australian dollar, right? So it cost you, so you will purchase on 19th of March. Answer would be so you will be purchasing 100,000 Australian dollar, and who's going to cost you 53,000 US dollar. But you also have a second contract starting from February 15, and that is sell contract. So you will sell this contract. Let me change the ink. Sell this contract here on March 19 at 0.50. Reference point is this one, so it will gonna cost you. So you buy 53,000. What you buy 100,000 Australian dollar at $53,000, and you are going to sell it with 50,000. So this is a situation of loss or a profit. So what is the profit equation or profit? That buy low, sell high. So in this situation, we have a loss as we buy high and sell low. So difference is $3,000. So this arrangement is going to cost you $3,000. Now my question is, okay, first I'm going to make sure that you understand this. So everyone, if you understand this, say yes. If you don't understand this, you can say repeat.
Yes, I understand.
Yes.
Yes.
It means
Yes.
okay. No one is saying repeat, right? Okay. So the question is, if we already committed this rate, is it necessary for us to wait until March 19? See, we enter into this contract, no matter what should be the spot price here or here, we already contracted these rates, right? So if you are smart, then you can ask this one, can we just settle down here or here, wheresoever in the timeline? Because whatever the condition at March 19, who cares? Because we already have obligation to honor this contract. So why to wait till March 19? And for example, today is March 15 or 6, the February 16 or February 15 whatsoever, right? But after this one, so if we wait till March 19, I'm still gonna be incurring 3,000 loss if I'm gonna be honoring this contract at here 16th of February, 17th of February, whatsoever, right? So I am with the same party or I'm with some other parties. I'm just gonna call them, look, this is a definite loss. I cannot decrease it, but also I cannot increase this as well. So why don't we just settle down right now, right? So the normal practice here, let me just clear this ink. So the normal practice are that most currency future contracts are closed out before the settlement date. If both parties are agree, so why to wait till March 19? You can just close it out. Okay, I'm going to be having a loss on March 19 as well, on 16, whatsoever between the dates. Why to wait over there? So there's not going to be any miracle to decrease my loss. So most currency future contracts are closed out before the settlement date. So most of the students, they find it hard to digest how. I just gave you the example here. Okay?
Okay, but when you close it out, you give them for example, this loss.
Yes.
Okay, like just before. Okay, I will accept this loss, so I'll
Yes.
give you now, and
Yes, that's
you
it.
cancel it now. Oh, very good. Okay.
If it's with the same supplier, so you can say that, look, I'm going to canceling out. This $3,000 is
Yes.
submitted to your account automatically because this is future,
Mhm.
right? And you have to
Yes, yes.
open a margin account with the CME if you are in America, which is Chicago Mercantile Exchange. So automatically it's going to be transferred to his account,
Okay.
right? If you are like a forward, so you can write out the check and you can submit it. Both parties are okay. If you can just send them electronically, transfer funds, that's okay as well,
Okay.
right?
Right.
Okay. So if you understand how we close down the future contract or future position, then let's talk about the uses of currency future on speculation. So we can hedge our risk as well, and also we can speculate, which means you can also gamble or we can also bet about the future whether it is increase or not, right? If you are a good financial analyst, if you know the market, so why to just wait and watch, even if you don't have the currency, even though if you are good at numbers, you're good at finding out trends, if you know the formulas, you can still capitalize or you can earn a profit. And we call this speculation, because the idea is not hedging the risk, the idea is to play with that risk. So currency future contracts are sometimes purchased by speculators attempting to capitalize. I hope now you understand the word here, which means earning a profit on their expectation on a future currency movement. If right now you see that the market of Australian dollar is at 0.53, and in future after 30 days it's going to be 50, even if you don't have this Australian dollar right now, even then you can have this kind of arrangement and you can find out that. So what is the best arrangement here? So that is your expectation. That is current position. How you can make money, even though you don't have the money.
You sell now and buy in the future.
Very nice. How? Because you don't have the money, you can go into closing position, which means you make a two contracts. One is buy and one is sell, right? Even though you don't have the money, we call this non-deliverable contract. We also talk about in our last lecture. The actual reference amount is not going to be transferred, only the differences is going to be transferred. And you can specify the reference, $1,000, $100,000, 1 million Australian dollar, or 10 million Australian dollar, whatsoever, right? If your expectation is correct, then what you're going to do, you sell now, which means sell now, buy later. You can say that, okay, we are going to sell you at 0.53, but we are going to buy from you another person who want to enter into this contract like this. So at the end, according to the reference point, you will be earning on every Australian dollar 0.03. If the amount is 1,000, profit is accordingly. If the reference point is 1 million, profit is going to increase, right? We call this speculation because there is no business purpose here. You are just playing with the expectations. And what if your expectations regarding the future is not good? You said that, okay, if in the market it is 0.59, you already entered into this contract and you say that I'm going to be buying at you okay, we'll talk about later. We have a number of examples here. Otherwise I have to wait a lot of time here. Let's just understand this one. So we can also play with the currency future as well, but that depends on your analysis. If you feel that, okay, that's going to be the future 0.50, you enter into this contract. Here we go. The second one, the currency futures are often sold by speculators who expect that the spot rate of the currency will be lessened. In our example like this, the rate at which they would be obliged to sell. So if you see that in future rate going to decrease, you sell now. If you find out that in future the rate going to increase, what you going to do? You buy now, right? So let's talk about the example here. Assume that as of April 4, a contract, which is future contract specifying 500,000 Mexican pesos and a June settlement date is priced $0.09. So when you read this kind of information, so what is the background? Background is that you already into negotiated with the contract. The future rate is this much. Settlement date is June. Entrance date is April 4. So this is complete, which means that all the information is summarized into just 2 lines. That is, contract has signed and you are in obligation. So on April 4, speculators who expect peso will decline sells future contracts on peso, right? They don't have the future prices, but according to their own analysis, they find out that it will decline in future, right? So that is your own analysis. And when you have your own analysis,